All right, my tubers, welcome back for another draft here on Arena. This is part two, draft number 2 of the Arena Open. I am 3-1 going into this, so I have 0 losses to give. I need at least 2 wins to make some cash. As always, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. We have opened a pretty abysmal rare, so we're not even going to consider that. We have 3 pretty good uncommons and then a handful of playable commons. Tough Cookie, I think, is the front runner here for number 1 pick 1 pack 1 out of this pack, although I do like myself a good hatching plans, but I think if we're trying to do well, I'd rather take the pick 1 pack 1 cookie over hatch. Familiar's good, and then again some playable commons, but cookie it is. Oh, wow. That is a very strong second pack. So I think Defense of the Heart is pretty good. But I'm not sure if it's better than just taking like a Candy Grapple here. This pack is amazing, though. Like, Defense, I think, is good. Picklock Prankster is great. Vanguard is great. Beanstalk, fine. I wouldn't take it this early. Obviously, the Candy Grapple is very, very good. Rather, it is also great. Naughty, Worm, some other playables for sure. In fact, the only like bad card in this pack is like the Kindled Heroism, right? We send a little bit of an awkward signal, maybe passing the Vanguard and the Defense, but this has got to be the right choice. Yeah, Candy Grapple's just too good. Beseech the Mirror. I don't think that's a very good card. Search your library for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. If this spell was bargain, you may cast the exiled card without making its mana cost if that spell's mana is 4 or less. So it's a 4 mana, hard to cast Diabolic Tutor. If you bargain it, you can potentially cast a 4 mana spell or cheaper for free. I just don't think that's good enough in limited. What do we have here? We have a Cut In, Cursed Courtier, Hopeful Vigil. I'm not really considering taking any of the green or black cards, right, which is kind of unfortunate. I guess I'm just supposed to take the Cut In here? That's not where I want to be, but it feels like maybe the right choice. Okay, decent enough 4th pick. I don't mind just taking Sir Ginger. There's nothing wrong with this card. Very good if you can get like a Collector's Vault going. Fine with the food, obviously. And it just goes into every deck, so seems like a safe enough choice here. Season's alright. Beanstalk's alright. We will take the colorless card that will go into all the decks. Griffin Airy. This is not a bad Griffin Airy start, and the upside is huge. I'm losing out a Rat Out, a Not Dead After All, and a Beanstalk. Okay. I don't think this is a meme card or anything. I think this card is actively good. You just need to be able to draft around it, you know? The best cards here are sadly red. Another Not Dead After All. I guess I'm taking a red card at this point. Guest or Daredevil are both good. I don't think I really care about taking Frantic Firebolt right now. The 2-drop or the Daredevil? I guess the 2-drop's more important if we're going to be a red deck. Wow, that's a interesting set of choices for a pick 7. We're going to take the Sweet Tooth Witch, but Prism, Genealogist, Mark, Stopgap. This is like the 5th Not Dead After All. Okay. If we're playing black, I always want to pick up a Fell Horseman, so that's a nice 8th pick for sure. Couple of alright blue cards, and then a Return from the Wilds. Wheel the Horseman. Would I play 2? Probably. We're not playing this card, right? And we're not playing Catapult, so yeah, second Horseman seems fine. Conceded Witch on the wheel. Alright, so getting some solid black stuff here. Haven't really seen much green. Haven't really seen much white. In fact, if anything, we've seen a lot of red. Oh, sorry, blue, not red. The Daredevil wheeled too. Huh, okay. Somebody took the Beanstalk and passed the season. Alright, a little bit all over the place there for pack 1, and we didn't open anything bomby, but we have a direction. Black, maybe red, black X. So we're opening kind of a weak pack 2. Lord Skitter's Blessing is okay. Fairy Dream Thief is solid. Gale Fang is good. Curse is good. My concern is that I don't think green is that open. But given how pack 1 went, I would expect to see quite a bit of green come from this other direction. So taking like the Gale Fang here could actually be right. I don't think the Blessing is all that impressive. I'm okay passing it. I'm losing a Dream Thief by taking the Gale Fang. Let's do it. Royal Treatment is a really good green card. Shepherd is pretty safe as it has the black side, and then we could always just splash. Armont would be playable. Alright, maybe I'm leaning in toward green-black now. I hate Rankle's Prank. I hate it, but it might be good in this deck. We have a couple recursion cards. I'm losing out on like a Sellsword. Or maybe a pack. Alright, we'll take the prank. Aggravated Assault. Nope, some more good green here. So maybe the red's getting cut? Takedown versus a second Royal Treatment. Removal or safety? Man, I really like Royal Treatment, but maybe it's better to have one of each here and go a little bit of a split. Let's take the Beanstalk Worm now over some filler green. Another Sir Armont. That's maybe now worth taking and splashing over Curse of the Werefox. But I guess Curse is just safe and good. Yeah, let's just stick with our 2-color plan right now. To me, this currently looks like medium green-black. We have a little bit of food synergy going on, but not much. That's a very, very good pick 7. Damn. Root Rider Fawn. Fantastic. Great pickup there. How much food do I have? 1, 2, 3. And then a couple horsemen to bring back some of the other foods. Ginger Brute. I don't love it in green-black food. I think Not Dead After All or even Titanic Growth is nice, but let's get the Not Dead After All. We have a few good hits right now. Search for some card draw. Pack 3 is going to have to be really good. I don't even believe I've seen any Gluttons. Remember, we passed double up the Beanstalk and somebody's been taking those. Damn, we're wheeling the Sir Armont. I guess I'm taking that over. I mean, all 3 of these are playable, and Return from the Wilds does make food. Okay. So removal, I have grapple, I have takedown, I have curse, I have prank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gosh, am I actually going to be playing that Season of Growth? We might. It's crazy. Yeah, we might play that Titanic Growth. I'm a little bit short on creatures, I guess. We're not going to play 2 Not Dead after all. Doubling Season. Womp womp. This looks like a Feed the Cauldron. Passing Brave and Werefox. Seems right. Can't go wrong with more removal. One, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I thought I had more food. One, 2, 3, 4. And then maybe rebuys. Looks like Evolving Wilds here for splashing. But don't think we need the Stingblade Assassin. Uprising seems pretty bad. We have 3 creatures that trigger it. Okay. I guess a Werefox is okay here. It's another solid creature. Value with Season of Growth. How many 2-drops do I have? 1, 2, 3. I could use some more early game plays. Creatures, anyways. We have a lot of, I mean, I wouldn't call it top end, but later in the game end. Elvish Archivist. Pick 4, passing another Sir Armont and a Hopeless Nightmare. Let's see, what do we have with the Archivist? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's an easy Archivist pickup. Can I get like 1 Glutton? Pick 5, is that too much to ask? Ah, man, Stingblade. There's Collector's Vault too. That might be nice to have the Collector's Vault for a grindier match, because I don't need any of these other cards. Plus, we have the Sir Ginger with the Vault, so it seems like an okay maybe. Genealogist versus Whisper. I think this is actually pretty close. Whisper's fantastic, but I'm in the neighborhood looking for more creatures, so I'm just going to take the Genealogist there. Another Fawn's great. Another Werefox is pretty good. A Smothering Tithe. Brave the Wilds, Werefox 3. Damn. So I'm thinking about cutting like the Rowan's Grim Search here. Brave the Wilds versus Werefox 3. I think I'm going to take the Werefox 3. This Garruk's Uprising actually got kind of playable, didn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I think the deck is okay. I wouldn't call it amazing, but it's definitely got some some playability to it. So what are our worst cards here? Whenever a creature you control enters the battlefield, scry one. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is a pretty good season of growth. I guess we can cut the Uprising. I feel like Beanstalk Worm might not actually be necessary here, too. And maybe the Titanic growth is... Well, actually, I kind of don't care for the Genealogist anymore. Something like that. Seems okay. All right, I think this is good. I don't have the top end, but this is kind of just like a decent curve with good cards. So 3-1 going into this, meaning, again, I have 0 losses to give. If I lose, we are out. And I don't cash here until I get 2 wins. Got a mulligan a 1-lander away. And that's a pretty damn good looking mulligan to 6. I'm going to pitch the Werefox since we have so many of them in our deck. This is a pretty solid hand. I mean, this is going to be playing out the Elvish Archivist here on turn 2 and hoping they don't kill it, I think. Yeah, I think it's right. They kept a 1-lander. Wow, okay. So we're going to go land, Ginger for the pump on the Archivist. Great, and now that it's a 2-3, we don't have to worry about Torch the Tower. Okay. All right. We'll take it. Not much. We saw a mountain, so not really any sideboarding to be had. They might sideboard versus me from what they saw, but as much, and I said this on yesterday's part 1, as much as I want to have good games of Magic for events like these, I don't mind our opponent getting mana screwed or unlucky or whatever. I'll take the wins. I think they had mulligan down to 5, right? And they kept a 1-lander, so it's not like they even made a bad play. They just got very unlucky there. All right, let's go to game 2 after a non-game. Good enough. Opponent mulliganed again. They're getting pretty damn unlucky. Sheesh. All right. I do not need to draw any more lands for a while. So they're going to be red-white beatdowns. Gotcha. Too risky to block, because if they have, like, the rat catcher trainee, we just take a lot of damage. Or rather, we lose our creature for no reason. Yeah, I think I like running out of 4-3 here. Solitary Sanctuary. Okay. That's good for us. We get to graceful take down that next turn and play out our Sweet Tooth Witch. Making a treasure. Okay. I like blocking here, keeping the board clean. Plus we have the way to rebuy it later on. Oh, so they should have done that before attacking. Pumping the Root Rider Fawn here so that we can attack with both of our creatures, because now we're in race mode. Well, not much of a race. We're kind of crushing them now, I should say. Oof, brutal. Nope, I think I'm just attacking with everything. Well, huh. Actually, I take that back. I'm just attacking with these two. Because if I attack with Sir Armont and they have like a Kellen's Light Blades, they get to kill the Armont and then eat the Fawn. Oh, do they have a Stone Splitter Bolt? Sheesh, then they get to make that play anyways, don't they? Okay, good beats. Would have been nice to have another swamp there. Oh well. So we played around Light Blades and got by the bolt. Them's the break sometimes. Okay. So even if they have a steal effect, it's not lethal. The only way we lose is if they have like the two-headed giant plus a pump, and I would have blocked. Combat, pass priority. This is 6 trample damage. Okay, still dead. Pass priority. Ah, light blades off of the... Okay, fair enough. So this is still going to be lethal here. Because now we're turning into a 6/6. So 6 minus 3. 3 trample damage gets through. Okay, good. We got the first round. One more win and we get some cash, but minimum, bare minimum, we're getting an extra 15,000 gems. People often ask me, how do I have so many gems? I rare draft a lot. I win okay amounts. I play a lot and yeah, do well enough in the qualifiers and the open. So I don't know what 15,000 gems is equivalent to, but let's just get the $500 instead, yeah? At least 500, I should say. Okay, next round. Another one lander, dang it. Oof. That is brutal. Okay. I need to draw like a creature and then Season of Growth. Because that is a very sad, sad mulligan. Found the creature. Sure. Alright, so they're just going to try to race me here. Take 3, and then maybe they play out like their witch or something. Yep. Just curving out. Sir Ginger, that'll pump the Archivist. I didn't pick up a spider food. Suppose we're just supposed to bottom that. We do have another enchantment in our hand, but the artifact is what makes it relevant. God, am I going to die to this anemic beatdown? Maybe. Sure. They have counter too? Jeez, la frickin' wheeze. Okay, well, they didn't do anything impressive, but man, did they do a lot of just curve out beatdown tempo. That is all very beatable, so that's at least that's a good sign. I'm gonna bring in that Beanstalk Worm now and maybe take out one of the Werefox. Even the Skybeast Tracker might not be bad, it's just like a 2-4 blocker versus them. Looks like Rankle's Prank might be pretty bad if they have a bunch of weenies beat down, so take that out and bring in this Tracker, I think. Alright. Let's not mulligan to a bad hand. I'm gonna need to win 2 in a row here. That's a keeper. Need to find some land, but if it can, we're in a good spot, I think. Looks like our opponent took a mulligan this time. I really should be holding full control, but again, I'm just kind of lazy. Yeah, blue-black beatdowns. Love it. They're gonna go for the Conceited Witch again. Ah! Curiosity! Okay, I need to draw land this turn, otherwise that brute's gonna kill us. Phew. That's fine. Yeah, here we go again. I think we just play out the Archivist again. The weenie beats! They keep coming! They pass, they have an ice out. Okay. So I'm gonna lead on Season of Growth here and see if they counter that. They didn't, so I get to draw. Okay, and we'll just play Fawn. It's good. Sure. That also makes sense. But the fact that they didn't do that main phase, especially since they missed a land, tells me that they still probably have that ice out in their hand, you know? So I need to bait here. gonna at least draw us a card because of the Season of Growth, so even if they counter it, it's not that bad. Nice. Alright, then we'll play Sir Ginger. That'll trigger the Archivist. Give us a Scry. I think that's probably worth keeping. So maybe it's just misleading moats again? I don't know. Oh, sure. I'm still putting them on having a counter, but... we can kind of race it with our foods, I think. Okay, no counter available anymore. So now we have free reign. Let's see, curse here, draw a card. Kill the Obira or kill the lifelinker is the question. I'm supposed to kill the Obira. Now let's play out our big reach creature. And we need to start attacking. Like, if they do deal with the Beanstalk Worm this turn, I'm going to take 1 extra damage from the rat, but I have a couple of foods, so that shouldn't be an issue. Combat. Yikes. Okay. I guess we don't need that anymore. Gonna lead on the Werefox. They could have a Spell Stutter, I guess, too. In fact, I don't play into Spell Stutter. I'm just gonna hold up the food. Because I'm only losing out on playing the Witch, because I don't think I'm supposed to play Tracker that turn. Okay, I'm at 4. They go to 14. I'm gonna gain 3, go back up to 7. Pre-combat the Witch. Well, maybe they don't have a counter. They have something. They're not pumping their Barrow Naughty. Moats again. 10. We're 1 off of killing them this turn. How can they kill me through a reach creature? I don't know if they can. And in case they have another stab wound, I want to make sure I put a stop on my upkeep so I can sack and gain 3. I keep playing around a counter, but in the end it looked like they don't actually have it. It looks like they have it not dead after all or something. If they don't block, we kill them with growth. If they do block, we might still kill them with growth. Okay. Yeah, go for it. It'll be 6 trample damage. Yep. And then 2 from the witch, so GG's. Alright, so just blue, flyers, and tempo. Ay, 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 ay. We really need to draw our interaction for them, or try to race them, but I like their deck. Their deck looks exactly like, not my deck from the first draft, but from the last Arena Open. I had a very similar looking deck. Just beat down with cheap flyers and cheap tricks. I'm now debating if Rankle's Prank is actually good versus them again, because if they have a bunch of cheap creatures, and I don't develop out anything quickly, then I can get 2 of their creatures and maybe only 1 of mine, but man, they have so many small creatures that we needed rat outs or other cheap removal. Like, maybe after all, this isn't a good matchup for us, because I just put a lot of flying pressure on the board. And then, cheap tricks, so we're gonna be on the draw here. I'm not super confident, but we'll do what we can. You can't mulligan this type of hand. Dang it, it already begins. Okay. Oh, they're just gonna curve out with little creatures. Incoming Obira. And we're on land here. Damn it, dude. Yeah. Man, this is so brutal. I really need to hit something next turn to cast. Sheesh. Ugh. Okay, we need them to not have much left, because Tracker into Armont at least is something... Are you kidding? They have 4 spells in their hand? They don't have a land here? This is pretty frustrating. Misleading moats incoming. Yeah. This is so sick. If we had any removal and just kill the Obira, you know, we're like, fine, but it's good beats. Alright. Got ruined. That's lethal. Ah. So gross. A little bit frustrating, but at the end of the day, probably my own fault. I don't think there was much we necessarily could have done in that matchup, but in the first draft, I think I punted away my only loss, so we would have had 1 loss to give. Oh well, 15,000 gems. I mean, no complaints there. I think our deck was, again, solid, but maybe missing a little bit. If we just had like a candy grapple, if we had drawn our candy grapple that last match, good beats. I can't be too upset. We did get a free roll in round 1 where my opponent mulliganed to 5 and had a 1-lander, so... That is Magic Baby, as always, friends. Thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all hanging out. And yeah, these arena opens are fantastic. Oh, you know what? That Rankle's Prank would have been really good on turn 4, turns out. No, they would have sacrificed 2/1/1s, maybe not. So we'll keep enjoying these high-level events. And like I said, if nothing else, 15,000 gems. Can't really complain about that for a day's work. So thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.